I'm very excited about the video today. I've owned this camera for right around a year and a half, and I could not be happier with it. I finally get to talk about the Canon R6. Right out of the gate, there's something that I want to just preface this video with and kind of get out of the way. If you don't really have any plans to build a business doing professional work with your camera, I don't think this camera is the camera for you. There are a number of demands when it comes to commercial or professional work that this camera absolutely delivers on, but these features and the ability to do these things is not necessarily required if you just love taking photos and making photos for prints around your house and just kind of as a hobby for fun. This is probably too much camera for you if that's the way that you do photography. I'm not trying to tell you how to spend your money, I'm just telling you my opinion on this camera. It's probably too much camera for someone who doesn't intend to start a business with it or to scale a business with it. I'm sure there's gonna be people talking about its 26 megapixel sensor size, that's way too small, that's terrible. Not even close, not even true. Unless you're printing on a billboard, you don't need any more than 20 megapixels. You really don't. So to pay an extra $2,000 or $3,000 for something with a 4 on it or a 5, you can miss me with that, please. I don't want any part of that. For the work I do and for the work 97% of photographers do, you don't need any more than 26 megapixels, so the R6 has got you covered there. Now let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about the things that I love about this camera. The autofocus on the R6 is phenomenal. I came from the Canon 6D, and the autofocus existed on that camera, but it didn't excel. Didn't even come close, which made me a better photographer, and I'm grateful for the experience. But as someone who is doing more and more work, more and more often, and more hectic shoots, having autofocus I can rely on even in very low light situations, I can rely on it no matter what, is a huge, huge deal. It speeds up the shooting process, and it makes me more confident that I'm gonna get exactly what I wanna get. Let's talk about a couple quality of life things that I absolutely love about this camera. And I think quality of life is very important as a photographer because all cameras by and large are, they do the same thing. So having it fit who you are as a person and your little weird quirks is super valuable. First of all, I love the construction of the camera body itself. All of my super essential knobs and dials and buttons are all in a really easy to reach spot. I love the wheels for adjusting my aperture and my ISO and my shutter speed. I love that. They're very tactile. They have not worn out at all. They haven't gotten loose or sort of mushy. They stay really nice and sharp and clean every single time. They work great, and it's really easy to not even have to think about what you are changing and just change it. This camera, you don't have to go into any menus to change shutter speed, aperture, ISO. You don't have to click buttons and then change. It's all really instant, really quick. Another thing is the flip LCD screen. Oh my word, I did not realize how badly I was missing out with my Canon 6D that did not have a flip LCD. The ability to literally just turn it around and see exactly what you're looking at, it's made this YouTube channel possible. I mean, it's made most video that I shoot possible. It's made a ton of awesome angles for my photography possible. I mean, the flip LCD screen is a must-have. If you're looking to upgrade a camera, just get it, because you may not use it all the time, but when you need it, it'll be there and you'll be so glad it is. Another little quality of life positive for the R6 is the writing speed to the card. I know that a lot of card write and read speeds are down to the actual card itself, but I have shot with some of the same SD cards for 8 years or so, and I noticed a substantial difference in the camera's ability to write to the card when I upgraded to the R6. The speed that the photos finish writing to the card, the speed that video is stored on the card is just phenomenal. And that's great because often if it's not writing quick enough, you're gonna have to sit there and wait for it to finish writing before you can take more photos or start up another video clip. And that's just no good, especially wedding environment, any kind of shoot environment. You don't want to have to be waiting on your camera. Another absolutely huge quality of life thing for the R6 is the double SD card slots. Holy moly, that is phenomenal. The Canon 6D does not have that. I will never shoot another camera that doesn't have dual SD or CF Express and SD, dual card slots, period. It is a necessity for me at this point, because the redundancy that you can have with the camera writing photos to both cards at the same time as you take them. So you've got duplicates of all your photos in case an SD card craps out on you or something, you accidentally format your card, you've got the backup. You can also do relay recording, relay writing, so it'll shoot photos all the way through the storage of one card, and then it can immediately start writing those photos or video onto the next card so that you're not losing anything or not having to pause things to switch your SD cards out. On a wedding day, this is invaluable. The ability to cut your SD card swapping in half, phenomenal, and the redundancy of having duplicates of all your photos is great. And you have those duplicates without having to worry about getting home, copying the photos, duplicating them that way. You've just got them. You shoot it, you've got it, and that is valuable. The biggest thing for me when I bought this camera was its video capability. I was already thinking ahead. I was thinking about you guys when I bought that camera. The Canon R6 is, in my opinion, one of the most perfect cameras to buy if you're interested at all in starting video work. The R6 has log functionality with Canon's C-Log 2 and C-Log 3, cinema gamut color space. It comes 4K, I think up to 60, 4K 60, and then 1080 120. So the important thing is you can shoot in 4K, and that gives you all the resolution you need to then, downscale it in the edit if you need to, or you can keep it at a solid, great looking, crisp 4K, and it does it like a champ. If you're interested in filmmaking at all, for clients, for yourself, just to learn, the Canon R6 is a great camera for it because you have all the photography tools that you need to do exceptional work, make $100,000 a year. You can do it with that camera, all with photography. But you also have the ability to branch out into video, and that's why I think it's perfect for businesses, because it gives you all this versatility, this freedom to go in any direction you want to go with it. That's what I think is so great about it. And I can speak from experience when it comes to the freedom you get as a business with this camera, because the reason I can do video now is because of that R6. The reason I had the tools to shoot some of the video projects I've shot and to just do some of the work, bring in a little bit of extra income, even at the very least, is because of the video features in the R6 giving me the tools to start learning video. The only issue I have ever encountered with this camera is overheating shooting long video. I shot an interview with my buddy Eli for a little short film thing that never really ended up coming to fruition, but I shot an interview, and it was about an hour-long interview. About halfway through that interview, we took the camera off the tripod and had to go put it in the freezer because it overheated a little bit. So we had to kind of wait on it to cool down. We were shooting 4K for, an hour, so it overheated. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. I would have been very impressed had it not overheated. So that's the only gripe I have with this camera, and if you want to start taking photo more seriously and maybe start learning video, this is the camera for you. I can't recommend it enough. I really only hit the high points in this video, so if you've got questions about this camera, if you're sort of interested in learning more about it, please feel free to leave a comment, ask me. I've shot with it in every scenario for the last 2 years, and so I'm fairly well versed in it. I really appreciate you guys watching. A like is always appreciated, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to stick around for more videos. I think that's about all I've got for you today. I'll catch you later.